Hello, Professor and fellow classmates. This is Dustin Coy again for Media Literacy and Research Methodologies course, doing my final video discussion post. This post is going to be about the growth of the internet marketing industry, some innovations, some government regulations that may be affecting, and how the competitive nature of internet marketing is going to change the overall industry. First, for the growth of the industry, I think the biggest factor is definitely the economy. The more money a business has, the more money that they're going to spend on marketing, and the more money that's spent on marketing, the better overall result in internet marketing that we're going to get as far as how the ads look and how they perform. Online ads are still very affordable compared to conventional ads. One of the people that I follow on YouTube, his name is Eli the Computer Guy. He owns an IT business and also does like computer repair in like the Baltimore area, I believe. Um, he did an experiment where he placed ads using different methods of advertising. Most of them were conventional. He paid $5,000 for a radio commercial and only got one customer referral. He paid about $281 per customer for a newspaper ad. And using Google AdWords, which, if you don't know, is online, and it's those little ad choices that pop up on Google's search engine and on anyone's website that has Google Ads on their website. He paid $88 per customer, and he received 4 times as many customers as he did with conventional advertising. So companies know that internet marketing is the best way to advertise, and it is the cheapest way to advertise. And because of that, they'll continue to use it, especially in a struggling economy. So what are the innovations and developments for the field of internet marketing? One of them that I wanted to see more of is user-generated ads, where the marketing agency will create 3 or 4 um, small ads, teasers, I guess you would call them, to pique interest in a product, and then users vote through either social media or a website or an app to see which ad they would rather see in its entirety. And then once the voting's over, the ad will appear, and it's a really effective way to advertise because you can still show all the 4 ads, but you're just generating this huge buzz about which ad is actually going to be shown and what the ending of the ad could be. So it's an effective way to use advertising. Another user-generated ad that I've seen recently is by Hyundai USA. They have a online The Walking Dead like zombie apocalypse car build. So you take one of their Hondas like the Veloster and you put like knives on it and flamethrowers and armor and soup up the speed and change the color and the graphics, and you end up with this cool avatar of this Hyundai car with all this badass stuff on it. Another one that I would like to see is gaming platforms to start advertising. I know that the Xbox One, when it's released, it's already been said that it's going to have to be connected to the internet at all times in order to work properly. So I can only assume that Microsoft has a plan to advertise on the platform, and I would look to see that gaming platform advertising being really big in the near future. Um, Another government regulation that could affect internet marketing would have to be the Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act. Um, Everybody knows that this act has been in Congress for at least a few years. It always passes the House, but it never passes the Senate. Um, the act is supposed to be in place to help protect users of the internet from cyber attack and also protect the government from cyber attack. So with this Protection Act, the scare for internet marketing is that the government might regulate the actual internet rather than just the usage of the internet. And so, anytime the government regulates something as big as the internet, it could either be a positive. Sorry, it's a garbage truck. It could either be a positive or a negative effect on the internet marketing industry. Another government regulation recently is Obamacare. It's going to be really being pushed into law within the next few months, forcing well, if you think it forcing people to have health care, affordable health care. So the health insurance companies are going to be pushing really big to advertise their company for potential consumers that don't already have health care through their company or a private healthcare insurance company. So we're going to be seeing a lot more ads recently in the next, I'd say, 2 to 6 months, geared towards people that don't have affordable healthcare plans at the moment. One of the consumer trends that I see is that overall users of the internet was up 8% from last year, which is good. That means that there's more people to look at advertising and more reasons to advertise. The older generation is slowly being replaced by the internet savvy younger generation, and I think it's going to continue to be that way, at least for the next, I'd say, 6 to 10 years, and then it's going to kind of like plateau, and then the number might not be quite as high, but it's still going to always continue to grow as the world grows. So as long as there's an internet, there's going to be a growth in the internet, and there's going to be a growth in internet uh, marketing and advertising. Right now, one of the shifts, well, not shift, but focus is on mobile app advertising, advertising within mobile apps, and also making consumers making their websites more responsive, meaning that whenever you take take a website that's this big, and you shrink it down to this big to a mobile platform, that the ad that leaderboard ad or whatever ad you have also shrinks down or turns into like a small square or whatever. So it's responding to what the user is doing, and internet marketing and internet web designers in general have been making sure that their ads are responsive and can fit multiple platforms. So that's to meet the consumer needs of mobile advertising. Competitive environment. The internet in general is very competitive. There's a lot of key players. You got Google, Facebook, Twitter. They all have a lot of money. They're all fighting over, purchasing smaller technology companies, incorporating them into their websites. And anytime one of these big key players changes their website or changes the way that they do business, it affects internet marketing. And internet marketing has to, switch to the right a little bit. Twitter is still a privately owned company. It's not public yet, so when it goes public, it may have a lot more money to spend and receive on advertising. So that could change the atmosphere a little bit. They could change the way that they do advertising. Search engine marketing is still really big. Ranking people's websites on search engines is still the tried and true method of getting a lot more users to your website. A and B testing, split testing, where you're testing two different methods of page layout and advertising layout to see which one is more effective is still the tried and true way to do search engine marketing and optimization. Google is constantly changing their search formula to incorporate new technologies. Recently they've been talking about adding a page to the page ranking system, an author rank. So for these blogs where people take other people's information and turn it into their own, they're going to start putting in their formula ways to add validity to a blog post author. So if one blog post author is considered to be more valid than the other, then their blog post is going to is going to be above the other author with the same exact content. So Google's really pushing for companies and authors to have Google Plus pages to help with their validity, links back to their Google Plus page. Google right now is really taking a little bit too seriously the freshness of content into account, to where people are using programs or going back and recoding their websites to change the dates on their blog posts and the dates of their content. So whenever Google does a search, it sees that this blog post that was like a year and a half old now appears to be from last month. So now it's getting a higher rank even though it's the same exact content. So that's the trend right now as far as the competitive nature of blogging is creating fresh content but also stealing others' content and putting a newer date on it. Therefore, yours is getting seen before theirs because it's the same exact content. So that's a little bit of the industry that I've been able to come up with over the past week or so. And I hope you enjoyed watching my movie. Thank you.